Right, welcome. Thank you all for being here. So, yeah, like we just talked about. So, for those of you on Zoom, we were having a little discussion before the camera turned on. So we're going to begin today with the 1,000 Hands Buddha sitting meditation. So, if you'd like to find a comfortable seated position, however works for you. And this Qigong form, it's a sitting meditation. We move through several different mudras, and the mudras help to activate the heart meridian, which begins in the armpit and then runs down the inside of the arm and elbow and into the palm and going out the inside of the pinky. So that's the heart meridian. And so as we're doing these mudras through this form, the mudras will help to kind of bring our awareness into this area. And, you know, from the external meridian, you may even start to feel some of the internal trajectories of the meridian, how it connects to the heart, how it drops down deep into the belly, connecting with the small intestine, the lower dantian. And so, so just some things to notice. You know, I remember when I was learning this form and I asked my teacher about, you know, is there anything to focus on or anything to do, and her response was just feel the mudra, feel the experience of the mudra in the body. And I do feel like it tends to facilitate a very kind of heart opening, mind calming type of sensation. So let's do that. So the first mudra is called diamond mudra, and so it's one hand folded on top of the other with the thumbs touching. And if you'd like, you can close your eyes or you can soften your gaze. And as the arms are resting by the sides, if you'd like, you can kind of, you know, lift through the elbows a little bit to create a little space in between the armpits and the body. And you don't have to necessarily hold that if that feels uncomfortable, but just as a way of just kind of bringing some awareness to this heart meridian as it begins in the armpits. And the word mudra translates into gesture or lock or seal. And so we're using this gesture to create a seal so that energy flows in a certain way in the body. And then again, facilitating energy flowing through the heart meridian specifically. And just allowing the sensation of the mudra to be the focus of the mind. And this mudra is like a diamond, very stable. So feeling the stability of the posture. Breathing into the shape of the mudra. The next mudra is called establishing the aura. So when you're ready, you can inhale, and as you inhale, let your hands float out in front, reaching up, extending overhead, stretch, and then exhale, opening the hands around, and the arms can float around, and then the hands can come to rest on the thighs, palm up. And so with that movement of our arms, we're kind of tracing our aura, or establishing the aura. So let's do it again, just feeling what we feel. So the hands can come into diamond mudra, and then again, inhale, let the hands float out and up, stretch, reaching up, holding the top of the inhale, and then exhale, establishing the aura. Like in all of the pictures of the different Buddhas and Taras, and how they have this big circle behind them filled with different colors. It's like we're establishing that. Just feeling into the space that we occupy that extends beyond our physical bodies. And as your hands are resting on your thighs, you can allow your fingers to be slightly active. Just engaged a little bit, fingers spreading apart from each other so that you can feel the palm open. Maybe even feeling the breath moving in and out through your palms. Next mudra, assurance and protection. I'll mirror you. So we can bring the right hand across to the left shoulder, left hand across to the right shoulder. And then the left hand can drop down the front of the body, and then it can float up close to the body. As it does, the right hand can come down, and then the right hand can circle around, coming to rest on the thigh, palm up, the left palm facing away. And again, active in the fingers, into the palms, breathing into the shape of the mudra. As you hold the mudra, you may become aware in the left hand of the heart meridian and its paired meridian, the small intestine, which traverses the shoulder blade and up into the side of the neck. Just breathing into what you feel. Assurance and protection. Dropping into the nature of our hearts, the nature of our spirit, dropping into that aspect of ourselves that has everything that could be needed, that is beyond needing things even. And let's change sides so the left hand can come across to the right shoulder. Right hand can float up to the left shoulder, and then the right hand can float down and then up close to the body. As it does, the left hand can drop down, circling in, coming to rest on the thigh, right palm facing out. Breathing. Feeling the area in your body that this mudra is engaging. Perhaps noticing sensation around the shoulder and the shoulder blade, up into the side of the neck, into the wrists, palms. Just breathe into those sensations. Changing sides. Right hand floats into the left shoulder. Left hand to the right shoulder, and then the left hand float down and up, close to the body. Right hand can drop, circling in, resting, palm up. The next mudra, overcoming suffering. On your inhale, inhale the right palm up. Exhale, placing it. Palm down on the knee. The left palm can turn inwards. And we can lift the elbow so that it's just level with or slightly higher than the shoulder. Allowing our awareness to move inwards, dropping deep inside. Letting go. Becoming the sky. Changing sides. Left hand to the right shoulder. Right hand to the left shoulder. Same transition. Right hand drops down and then circles up close to the body. Left hand circles in and around, coming to rest on the thigh. And then on the inhale, inhale, left palm up. Exhale, palm down on the thigh. Right palm turns in, elbow lifts slightly. And again, just let go of everything. Next mudra, sitting on the lotus. The hands can come down. We can cross our arms at the wrists and then inhale, reaching out, stretching up overhead, holding at the top of the inhale, stretch. And then exhale, opening the arms and let the palms face down towards the ground. You can even, if you have room, pressing down through your palms, allowing this downward movement through the hands and the pressure on the seat to then create a rebound up through the spine, looming open in the center of the chest, like the heart opening, like a lotus. Stretching through the fingers, through the wrists. Feeling the stretch into the center of the chest, around the heart. Next mudra, facing the truth. You can inhale, the hands sweeping up, shoulder level, and then exhale, palms facing outwards. Again, active through the fingers, feeling an opening in the palms. Like both your hands are lotus flowers. Next mudra, returning awareness to the innate noble heart. We can bring the index fingers and thumbs together on each hand. And then the index fingers and thumbs of both hands touching. And allow your hands to float back in front of your heart. As much as you can, opening through the fingers, spreading through the fingers. Breathing into your heart. Next mudra, Buddha's teaching. Again, I will mirror you. So the left hand comes underneath, right hand is above. Right hand lifts up to the level of the third eye. Left hand drops to the lower dantian. And then we can switch. Left hand floats up to the third eye. Right hand to the lower dantian. And then circle, leading with the upper hand, sending it out in front. The lower hand follows, like we're turning a wheel. And then the left hand comes to rest on the back of the right hand. We'll take our index fingers and thumbs of the top hand, touching the pinky of the lower hand for purity and truth. The left hand is facing up, so this time the left hand comes up first. And then switching sides, switching hands, blending the lower dantian, and the third eye. And then upper hand leads as we circulate the microcosmic orbit. Right hand coming to rest on the back of the left. Taking the index fingers and thumbs of the top hand, touching the pinky of the bottom hand. Purity. Truth. Let's do that one more time. So right hand faces up, it begins. Third eye and lower dantian, blending, circulating the microcosmic orbit. Left hand on the back of the right, purity, truth. Left hand is facing up, so it floats up. And switch. And circulate. Purity, truth. Returning to the innate noble heart. Breathing. Next mudra, scooping the luggage off of the heart, placing it to the side. And again, I'll mirror you. Beginning with the right hand first, the right hand can come up and then down to the lower dantian and inhale with a big scoop. Scooping the luggage off of your heart and then exhale, placing it to the side. And breathing, allowing whatever burdens are weighing down your heart to be let go of, to move through the arm and the hand. Breathing. And after we unburden our hearts, a peaceful life arrives. Inhale, right hand sweeps across the front of the body. Exhale, letting the right hand come to rest on the right thigh. Let's do the other side. So returning to the innate noble heart. And with the left hand, can circle up and then down, and a big inhale, scoop up, and exhale. Put the luggage, the baggage to the side. connecting with the true nature of ourselves, of our hearts, that doesn't have any baggage. Just letting it go. Beyond the sense of a separate self, beyond the sense of a time-bound self. And after we've let it go, a peaceful life arrives. Inhale, left hand sweeps across the front of the body. And exhale, left hand comes to rest on the left thigh. Returning to Diamond Mudra. When you're ready, you can bring your hands together. And we can rub our hands together gently. Breathing. And then we can massage our faces up and down. Running the fingertips over the scalp, front to back or back and forth. And then down the back of the neck and around over the chest and the belly and around the waist, lower back and the kidneys. Drawing the hands out. Shake them out. All right. Great. Any questions about any of that? Any of the mudras or anything else?
Where did it come from?
Where did this form come from?
Yeah.
Well, I learned it from my teacher, Master Liu, and I think most of the forms that she practices are her family lineage forms. And you know, I know when you look at paintings of different Buddhas or different statues, like they're often holding some of these mudras. So so yeah, so I'm not sure if they just took the different mudras and kind of built it into this form. But yeah, I would say it comes from Master Liu. Yeah, she might say it comes from her grandfather. Yeah.
Where is she from?
She's from China. Yeah. All right. Well, good. So now let's go from our nice blissed out floating with the lotuses. We'll stand up and we'll do some gentle movements as well. Let my feet wake back up. All right, so last week we did the Padai Qigong, the padding Qigong. So I'd like to do that again this week, because again, we talked about how it's like the kind of Qigong immune boosting form, or Master Liu likes to call it the Qigong flu shot. So, this time of year, getting a little bit colder, it's always a good idea to kind of support our Wei Qi, our immune system, our immune Qi, our defensive Qi. So let's do that. And, we're in this nice space, so we can do this form, which is fairly vigorous and activating, but we can also maintain this kind of quality of peace and calm. And so we'll do it as we typically do it, where we'll go through the whole body. I'll call out where we're going as we move through the body. And then when we finish, we'll do it again. I won't call out where we're going, and it will be just a little bit quicker. So just taking a moment to settle into this new shape, standing, bringing our awareness to the three treasures. The alignment of the body, the movement of the breath, and the focus and quality of the mind. And everywhere that we pat, we'll pat 2 sets of 8. I'll count them out in Chinese. You're welcome to count with me because it's fun. Now let's rub our palms together. And nice and easy, beginning with the cheeks. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8. Side of the head. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8. Back of the head. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8. Top of the head. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8. Other hand. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8. Forehead. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。 二三四五六七八。Other hand， 一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八。Neck， 一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八。一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八。Top of the chest， 一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八。Top of the shoulder， 一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八。一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八。Armpit。一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八。一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八。Elbow crease， 一二三四五六。Hands， 一二三四五六。一二三四五六，二三四五六七八。Lower ribs， 一二三四五六，三四五。Belly， 一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八。一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八。Lower back。一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八。Glutes， 一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八。Hip creases， 一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八。Thighs， 二二三四。Back of the knees， 一二三四五，二二三四五六。Legs， 一二三四。Inhale. Exhale down the front of the body. Again, big breath in. Exhaling. One more time. And just relax, take a few breaths. So let's do that again. I won't call out where we're going, we'll just move through. So it'll be a little quicker. But remember, we're moving quickly, but we're not in a hurry. So let's rub our palms together. And then we'll begin with the cheeks. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，1、2、3、4、5、6。2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，2、2、3、4、5、6、7、8，1、2、3、4、5、6、7、 三四五六七八，一二三四五六七八，二二三四五六七八，一二三四。七八二二四五六七八一二四五七八三四五六七八二三四五六七八二二三四五六七八一二三四五六七八二二三四五六七八一二三四五六七八二二三四五六七八一二三四五六七八二二三四五六七八一二三四五六七八二二三四五六七八。Inhale, exhale. Two more. Feel free to audibly exhale if you like. One more big breath. Shaking it out a little bit. Good, and then let's just move through some simple movement. We'll do our simple flow sequence. So let's begin by inhaling the hands up the midline and then exhaling like we're clearing ourselves out. Let's do that 2 more times. Big breath in. One more. Take your time with your breath. The hands can come around. Middle fingers and ring fingers can be pointed at the lower dantian. Allow your knees to unlock. Notice your feet on the ground, noticing where the weight is in your feet. Maybe inviting some of the weight of your body into your heels and into the outside edges of your feet and the big toe mound. Lifting through the top of the head, a slight tuck to the chin so that the back of the neck is nice and long. Inviting your shoulder blades onto the back of your rib cage, maybe even engaging them slightly towards each other so that you can feel a spread through the collarbones in either direction, to the left and the right. So we have our hands slightly forward, we have our weight slightly back and our heels. We have our back of the head lifted up into the sky. We have the shoulders moving to the left and the right. They're kind of moving in all directions simultaneously, creating this nice extension, space that we can breathe into. And on your next inhale, you can inhale, just let your hands float up to the level of your heart. Again, really a lot of the same things we were just doing. It's just a slightly different shape a slightly different sensation. On your next inhale, you can inhale and roll your arms out. Exhale, palms away from each other. Inhale and stretch, pressing through the palms. And then exhale, relax. Let the arms continue to come in. Inhale, squeeze the elbows close into the body. The knees can move towards each other, making the penguin shape. And then exhale. Another big inhale, press. And then exhale, palms turn up. Inhale, arms float up overhead. Exhale, middle fingers and ring fingers towards Bai Hui. Holding the arms up overhead, allowing the shoulders to relax away from the ears, continuing to slightly tuck the chin, lengthening the back of the neck, breathing. Another breath in. On the exhale, the hands can float down the back of the neck and around the base of the neck and down the front of the body to the lower dantian. We can breathe here and massage the belly. Breathing naturally as you bring your hands around the waist. They can nestle into the lower back. So the base, heel of the hands in the lower back, fingertips at the top of the glutes. And then from here, you can inhale. And if you'd like, you can lift up through the chest, maybe slightly back, weight in the heels, elbows squeezing together. And then exhale, send your hips back. Let your weight be in your heels. Your knees can bend as much as they need to. Let your hands slide down the back of the legs, coming to rest behind your knees. Holding here, taking a breath, shifting the weight back through the heels, back through the hips, lengthening out the top of the head. And as you exhale, you can continue down the back of the legs, again, bending the knees as much as you need. Weight in the heels of the foot. The hands can come over in front on the floor. You can take another breath here. And then exhale, relax. On the inhale, the hands can float up the front of the legs. The palms can come back to back, continuing the inhale up and around. Exhale. Hands coming to rest in front of the lower dantian and breathe. Back to the first position. Just rest. So let's move with the breath through this sequence a couple times. On the inhale, hands up to the heart. Exhale, relax. Inhale, roll open the hands. Exhale, palms facing away. Inhale, press. Exhale, elbows can bend. Inhale, squeeze everything into the center. Exhale, relax. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, palms up. Inhale, hands up to Bai Hui. Exhale, rest. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, hands down the back of the neck and around, down the front of the body to the lower dantian, and inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands around the waist, lifting up. Exhale, send the hips back, weight in the heels, down to the back of the knees. Inhale here, stretching through the heels, reaching through the top of the head, and then exhale. Hands come around to the floor in front of you. Inhale, stretch through your heels. Exhale, rest. Inhale, roll yourself up, palms back to back, arms float up. And exhale around. Coming to the lower dantian, taking a few breaths here. And begin. Inhale. Rest. 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 Long exhale. And then inhale. Rest. Around the waist and inhale. Exhale. Send the hips back, weight in the heels, hands to the back of the knees. Inhale. Rest. Hands to the floor. Inhale. Rest. Inhale, hands up the front of the legs, palms back to back, continuing up. And exhale. Hands in front of the lower dantian. Breathe. One more time. Inhale. In. Long exhale. Inhale. Around the waist. Hands to the back of the knees. Inhale. Exhaling down to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rolling yourself up. Palms floating up. And exhale. Holding the hands over the lower dantian. Continuing on, let's move into the super simple, silly little Qigong form. So the hands can relax. Let's inhale out and up. And then exhale, let the hands come down, floating into Wuji posture. But you can also just imagine that your arms are resting on a beach ball that's floating in the water, and you're standing in the water about waist deep with the beach ball floating on the top of the water, your arms resting on the top of the beach ball. And on your inhale, inhale and press the beach ball down into the water. And there might be some resistance from the water pressing back against the beach ball. And when you exhale, just let it rebound back up. Moving like this a couple times. Inhale. Strong legs pressing down through the arms, reaching up through the top of the head. And then exhale. Just playing with the beach ball in the water a couple more times. Take your time. Get a nice strong stretch. And then release. Inhaling as you press down. Pushing against the resistance, and then let it bounce back up. 2 more. One more time, playing with the beach ball in the water, inhaling. And as we exhale, we realize that we're dreaming. Just exhale and then wake up from the dream. Inhale and exhale. Palms back to back. Inhaling up. Stretching. Exhaling. Just a nice stretch in the morning like you're waking from the dream. Just like cats and dogs, they like to stretch after they wake up. We like to stretch too, so it's good to do. Awakening from the dream. One more time, waking up. Now that we're awake, let's take a shower. So inhale the arms out and up. And then showering, letting the chi wash down through the body. Another big inhale. Exhale. Cleansing the body, cleansing the chi. Few more. moving with the whole body. As you exhale down through the body, the knees can bend, reaching out with the arms and up. One more time, big inhale. Exhale. Now we've taken our shower, so let's go back into our bedroom and open the curtains. So a long inhalation, 1, 2, and exhale. So almost like she, who. In, and out. Opening the curtains, greeting the new day. Stretching the breath. In and hold. And out. All the way. Couple more. One more. Opening the curtains, looking outside, we see our neighbor. Their car won't start. They've got a manual transmission, so we can give them a push. So inhaling, the hands up to the chest, and then exhale, send the hips back, weight in the heels, arms can reach forward, and then exhaling, inhale. This time it's a big long exhale. Rolling up. All the way out and up. Bend your hips back, stretch. And inhale. Two more. One more. Give them a push. They pop the clutch, their car starts, and they're on their way, so we can wave goodbye. So let's bring the window arm across and then over. The lower hand can rise up, waving goodbye. Gentle weight shift as we wave, so shifting into the leg that we're waving towards, rising up, gently taking your time. Breathing naturally. One more time, waving towards the mirrors. The hands can come to join, and now we realize that in our exuberance to help our neighbor, we ran outside without putting any clothes on. So let's gather ourselves up and go back inside. Letting the hands come to rest in Diamond Mudra in front of the lower dantian. You You can relax your hands. You can step out to a distance that's comfortable. And for our last piece of our practice this morning, let's do the breath work we've been doing the past couple weeks. So, shi, hu. And we'll do it a couple different ways. So we'll begin with just shi, hu. Nice and slow, not too fast. And then we'll go shi, hold, hu. So shi, hu is 4 parts. Shi, hold, hu is 5 parts. And then we'll go shi, hold, hu, hold. And that's 6 parts. And we'll go nice and easy. We're not going to go too vigorous. When we return to the shi, hu after all of those, we might pick up the pace a little bit. But this is more about taking our time, more about expanding our breath capacity, more about really getting our lungs really circulating. You know, I think we've talked before about how the lungs are never all the way full, they're never all the way empty. Blood tends to pool at the bottom of the lungs. That's where we want to get the oxygen to. And if we don't get full breaths, that blood that pools up down here, it's old and stale and moldy and gross. So we can kind of get it circulating through, flushing out, and we can be crisp and clear like autumn air. So, nice and easy. And remember, shi is just 2 little sips of breath, and the hu is more like a hu, second hu, just to really wring yourself out. So, beginning shi, hu. And you can exhale through your mouth or your nose, whichever is comfortable. Shi, hu. Take your time. Three more. Last one. 5 parts. Hold and out. Two more. One more. 6 parts. Hold. Challenge yourself. Inhale. Last one. Hold for as long as you can. Returning to 4-part breath. Little sips. Big exhale. And more, a little faster. Four, three, two, one. Big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. Bring yourself out. Hold out as long as you can. Whenever you're ready, slowly inhale. Feel the sensation of medicine in your body. You can use the focus of your mind. You can use the touch of your hands to direct the medicine to somewhere in your body where you can use it. Where you need medicine is different than where I need medicine. So feel free to work different places than I'm working. There can be areas where organs might need support, areas where there might be some pain, ingestion, areas where you might feel there are some emotions that are stuck. There are no limits to what can be treated by the medicine that you create for yourself, by yourself. Now that we've been specific with the application of our medicine, let's get a little more general. So let's bring our hands up, over the head, down the back of the neck and around, under the collarbones and armpits and down the back of the body, up the front of the legs, over the chest, and then out each arm. Turn your palms to face you. And again, over the head, around the neck, under the collarbones, and down. Up the front, and out. Again, over, around, under, and down. One more under, and down. Hands coming up the front of the body, out the arms, and then we can inhale. Exhale. And then just stand. Stand however is most comfortable for you. Breathe. Let yourself drift. Good. We can rub our hands together. Massaging our faces up and down. Back and forth over the top of the head. Down the back of the neck and around over the chest, lower ribs, belly, around the waist to the lower back. Drawing the hands out. Shake them out. Let's pat up one arm. Down. Up the other arm. Down. And then around and down. Up and front. Again, round and down. All right. Nice, easy, mellow Qigong day. Good. Any questions about anything? All right. Well, let me know if you'd like a recording of this class. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, enjoying the beautiful weather. We're in the 5th phase of autumn, cold dew, which talks about, now's the time to maybe start wearing socks outside, not walking around barefoot on the ground outside as much, dressing a little bit warmer. The next phase of autumn, the last phase of autumn, will begin, I think next week sometime, or maybe next weekend. It's called Frost Descends. So moving even colder. And then after that, winter begins. So just being aware of that and not fighting the change of the seasons and bolstering yourself against the cold. All right. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for practicing with me. And we'll see you next time. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.